Hey everybody, Extrasify here. Welcome back to another gold making video and another episode of our weekly series of 50 runs, where I farm a dungeon 50 times, keep all of the rare and expensive loot, and show you guys the results. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about Drak'Tharon Keep. Now, if you recently saw my tier list video, I ranked this at an A, and I can't lie, the results were pretty awesome. So before we get into that, let me show you guys how to farm the dungeon. It's very straightforward. So when farming Drak'Tharon Keep, there are not a ton of great sets to look out for specifically. Rather, the Wrath of the Lich King weapons and shields are the main things to look out for. So when we go over the results, the main things you want to look out for are like two-handed swords. Two-handed weapons are really nice from Wrath of the Lich King. You also have the great chance of like bows, crossbows. Guns are really nice. There are a few held in offhands as well. Pretty much all weapons, well, most I should say, have a pretty great value, you know, a couple thousand at least for those. There are a few great transmog sets. You have like the Muradin set, you have the Bloodmarsh set, and you have the Trapper set as well. Those are a few decent sets, but overall, not a ton of great transmog armor pieces. Mainly just the weapons are the main ones to look out for. Now the BOE instance blues are very common and not worth a whole lot. I got an absolute ton of them in my 50 runs, as you'll see when we get into the results. And the value is decent, nothing crazy, but you do get quite a few of the zone drops. I got one run, I believe I got 3 blue BOE drops, which is kind of crazy in one run. So that just goes to show you how many you can get. Along with that, make sure to bring a skinner to this dungeon, as the Borean leather and the Arctic fur rare drop that you can get while skinning. You have a lot of bats and a bunch of raptors towards the end of the dungeon. So make sure that you come with a skinner, as you can get a lot more extra gold. Once you're done with the run, it's pretty easy. Just dreamwalk out or use the monk ability meditation if you're a monk. If you're not any of those classes, you can just run past the last boss area and then run towards the entrance again. It's pretty easy, and these runs are about 3.5 to 4 minutes each. So overall, pretty solid speed. And overall, just very happy with this dungeon in general. Now with that being said, let's go ahead and get out of the dungeon, and I'll show you guys the loot. Real quickly guys, I just have to say, as always, if you enjoy my content, make sure that you are subscribed, check out my other gold making videos, maybe like this video as well if you enjoy it, and check out the playlist for my other 50 runs. I've done a bunch of these episodes in the past. I upload every single Friday this series. So make sure to check it out, and let me know if you want to see any other dungeons in the comment section below. With that out of the way, let's get back into the video. Alright, so when it comes to all of the loot that we got in 50 runs of Drak'Tharon Keep, here is everything that I decided to keep. Now, there's an absolute ton of items in my bags, of course. So let's go over the BOE blue zone drops first, since they're nothing too crazy. We got 5 of these Scythe Claw boots. They have about 1,000, 1,200 on my realm, 2,800 region wide. I got 5 of those. And okay, going along, we got the dark web bindings. These are kind of crap. They're bindings, so wrist piece, not great. And on my all the things add-on, they share appearance with a lot of different items, so the low price is kind of justified, but nevertheless, we got 4 of those. Moving along, we have the Bright Helm of Guarding. Now, I got so many of these, guys. I literally vendored a couple of them. I think we got a total of like 8, and I apologize for not keeping them all, but we got 6 on, well, 5 on this character. I have 1 on my bank alt to sell, and then the 2 that I vendored. So we got a total of 8 of them in total, but about 2,300 region wide and only about 400 on my realm. Moving along from the helm, we got 1 Waistguard of the Risen Knight. This is a decent one. I only got 1 of these, surprisingly, but it has about a 1,500 to 2,000 region value and about 1,000 gold on my realm. And last but not least, we got the Aviary Guardsman's Hauberk. This is a male chest piece, about 900 gold on my realm and about 3,400 region wide. Now I will quickly go over the BOE world drops in Wrath of the Lich King. We got a total of 3 of them, starting with the Belt of Crystalline Tears. This belt is not that great. It has a lot of shared appearances, which is a very common theme with Wrath of the Lich King transmog. They really didn't make a lot of unique looking things. A lot of them have shared appearances, which is why the sell rates of Wrath of the Lich King transmog is not super high in general. Now the weapons are a different story and we'll get into that, but as far as like armor, a lot of them look very similar. That's why sell rates will be a bit lower with Wrath of the Lich King transmog, but the value is pretty high, along with the fact that no one else is really farming Wrath of the Lich King transmog that much. You know, everyone farms vanilla, people farm TBC, Cataclysm a bit. No one really farms Wrath of the Lich King transmog. Moving along from that, we got a really nice one here, the Leggings of the Icy Heart. Now this is actually a unique appearance, contrary to what I was just talking about, but the price justifies it being a unique world drop appearance. 25,000 gold min buyout on my realm, about 29 to 30,000 region wide, and it even has a sale rate of over 10,000, which is really, really nice. And lastly, a really nice shield we got here, the Blade Binding Bulwark. Now, unfortunately, it does have a couple other shared appearances, but it has about a 30,000 gold region value and about 30,000 on my realm as well. Taking the skinning into account, we got a total of 1,350 Borean leather, which has about a 5 gold value, meaning that we got about 6,750 gold in Borean leather. On top of that, we got 5 Arctic fur, a little low. I kind of expected like 7, 8 maybe or something like that, but we'll definitely take that. About 52 gold each, or about an extra 250 gold. So very nice extra bit of gold from the materials that will sell super, super quick. And I'll quickly highlight over some of these. Oh wow, these are actually really nice. Let me move these down to the weapons category. I didn't even notice I had those. But yeah, most of these items here are between like 1 and 3,000 gold, as you know, you just get an absolute ton of them. But as you can see, the sale rates, if you look at the bottom right of the tooltip, they could be a lot better. So as you can see, we got a whole bunch of items worth like a couple thousand, some items even over 10,000 with just like a horrible sale rate. Like this belt, it doesn't even have a sale rate. But again, that is how Wrath of the Lich King armor goes. Now let's get into the main items that we were here for, the Wrath of the Lich King weapons. So firstly, we have a two-handed axe that for some reason is very low in my realm, only 1,000 gold, but it has an insane, and I believe a bit inflated region value of like 100,000 almost. I would probably list this for like 10 to 15,000. Obviously a low sale rate on that. We got 2 of these grizzly glaives. These are really cool. They are unique appearance, and they're about 25,000 gold. I got 2 of those, luckily. We also got 2 of these cumbersome sledgehammers, another unique appearance, and that region value is insane. I would not expect it to sell for that. About 38,000 on my realm, which is really, really awesome. 2 of those again. We got 2 of these swords. Unfortunately, they share a lot of appearance. They're a pretty standard looking Wrath of the Lich King 2-handed sword, but about 14,000 region wide. Doesn't hurt to list it. We got a really boring looking shield, but Wrath of the Lich King shields are expensive because you don't really get them much. I don't know why, but like it feels like Wrath of the Lich King shields are pretty rare. So 10,000 on my realm, about 20 to 30,000 region wide. We got 2 of these illuminated scepters that I didn't even realize I had up here. About a 5 to 7k value there. They share appearances though, so I don't expect them to sell for nearly that much. We got a really nice troll chopper. Unique appearance always helps with the price and the desirability. 25k on my realm. A bit high for region value, but nevertheless pretty solid there. In the pulsing quarterstaff, another nice one. It shares a few appearances. A bit high of a price in my opinion, about 33,000 gold. I wouldn't expect to get nearly that much, maybe like 10k for it, but we'll definitely take that. We got the Boreal Wood Chopper, another unique appearance weapon, although it's a bit standard. I'm actually surprised that it's a unique appearance as it looks pretty standard. But 17,000 gold on my realm, 40 to 50k region wide. I'd probably expect to get maybe, 10k for this, as it's a bit plain, a bit boring. But again, collectors will want that as it's a unique appearance. And lastly, we got a really, really nice held in offhand here. We got the Evergreen Branch of the Aurora. This has a really cool like flower appearance, and it would definitely be desired by collectors as it just looks really cool. Has a min bio of 40,000 gold on my realm and a region value of 50,000. So as you can see, Wrath of the Lich King, the main money is in the weapons. Now, there are tons of like great bows, crossbows. The main bow that comes to mind is the Astrolight bow. As you can see, the Astrolight bow is like one of the most desired drops when it comes to farming Wrath of the Lich King. It's worth several 100,000 as it is such a cool looking bow, and you can get it in Drak'Tharon Keep. So if you do happen to get it, man, you are absolutely lucky and swimming in the gold. So as we always do, let's go ahead and hover over our Bag Appraiser add-on to see the looted item value. And wow, that's some crazy value there. We have over 650,000 gold. Now, obviously, especially with Wrath of the Lich King, these transmogs will sell very slowly, as that just seems to be a common theme with Wrath of the Lich King transmog is the low sale rate. Now that does not discourage me, as these items are worth thousands and thousands of gold. Obviously the weapons will sell a bit better because weapons always sell better when it comes to transmog. But overall, I'm very happy with this haul. I'm very happy with the amount of transmog that we got. And overall, for someone that hasn't really farmed Drak'Tharon Keep much in the past, I was very, very surprised with this, and I will definitely be back to farm more Drak'Tharon Keep. With that being said, guys, that's all I got for you in this week's episode of 50 Runs. If you enjoy this content and you want to support the channel, like I said earlier, make sure to subscribe and check out the playlist for other dungeons that I've done in the past of 50 Runs. Good luck in your auction house sales, and I'll see you guys in the next gold making video.